Orbs. Go turn off this light. Hey, judgmental. Hello, Scorpio. How are you guys? Thank you. Please hit like, subscribe on the video right now so it can circulate, okay? Let me my angel sounds on because of April. That is. It's too hot for them. I have to put the AC back on. For whatever reason, you know, spirit guides, they like to be cold. They don't like to be hot. I'm freezing, but they don't care. Sorry, guys. I was freezing, and they were like, I don't care about that. I don't care about the too damn hot. Let's give them a second. Cool off. Because I felt them, but they were like, oh, it's too hot. Sorry. Okay. We're going to do for Scorpio the month of September. Ooh. Time is on my side. Yes, it is. Time is on my side. Yes, it is. It felt so wrong. It felt so right. Don't think I'm in love tonight. I kissed a girl and I liked it. The taste of her cherry stick. And those spirit guides, ancestors, can we give clarity, confirmation, and guidance for Scorpios? Thank you. First 10 days of September for Scorpios. First 10 days of September for Scorpios. Thank you. This card's been coming up for you guys a lot in the last couple of months, Scorpio. Ooh. And the end of September, love and money for Scorpios. Love and money for Scorpios. Last 10 days of September, love and money for Scorpios. Last 10 days, love and money for Scorpios. Wow. Overall, the month of September. And your advice, the 6 of Cups here. It felt so wrong. Felt so right. Don't think I'm in love tonight. I kissed a girl and I liked it. All right, Scorpio. First batter up. You've got the Four Swords starting out the first 10 days of September here. I mean, the Four Swords, if that's not rest, recuperation, taking a break, taking a chill pill, being quiet, thinking about what you're going to say, but not going and saying it. You feel like maybe even somebody comes to check on you. You don't want to be disturbed, though. As long as they don't come talking. Some things that you want to get off your chest, but you're not quite ready yet. And there's a few other things that you haven't mentioned, but you can let those slide. Because there's just this one thing that got you contemplating, questioning. What does it all mean? You don't know if you should get into it right now or not. It feels like you might have decided in the first 10 days, as far as your money goes, that you were doing too much for too many, too crazy. And here you are thinking, I almost lost my mind doing all that and going all crazy over all these people and all their problems and everybody else. The only way for you to hear, and this is what I was saying, this card keeps, I felt like it comes up for you all the time, trying to remind you there's no time like the present. Like, you have of something from the past. That's why it keeps coming up. Like you have an inkling. It's time to get back in the swing of things. It's time to step out, to get going. But for some reason, it just remains nestled in your heart. You don't act on it. This first 10 days, I'm going to tell you again, buy yourself a lottery ticket, a scratch off, something. Damn with those, the dog doesn't need that $30 food. You can spare $20 on yourself for once, okay? If you have a hunch, if you have an inkling, take a chance on something. And I don't know if it's not fear, it's just like a deep attachment of some kind. It's like you're worried about everything else and everyone else, and it's turned into bags for you. That you can't get out, you can't go forward, you can't have fun, you can't do anything because of what you think everybody thinks of you. Subconsciously, you are grieving and isolated. You're feeling a loss. Just acceptance is the medicine here. Okay, Scorpio. It's a learning experience. It's a part of life. We all go through it. The universe is not setting up for any one of us to fail, just to learn. You having plans. You've been just running back and forth trying to put out fires. Consult a planner. Consult somebody that can help you get solutions. You need a consultation about your money. If you're having a hard time coming up with a solid plan that you can take action on, see if you can get a free consultation somewhere. What can you do? What services, what resources are available to help you here? Because you just feeling all of the guilt about what if I don't do this or what if I don't do that, I don't have enough for this, I don't have enough for that. And I don't see any lack here. I don't see any loss. This is all mentally. You are talking yourself out of feeling secure, taking a chance, accepting where you are right now, and being willing to take a move. Okay? After the 10th of the month, it feels like you finally get a blessing to move on. Okay? Whatever was holding you up this whole, you were resting, you were thinking about it, and you decided, you know what? I can renew. I can turn around. I can work on myself. You have some facts to accept. After, I feel like if you do get to talk to this financial advisor, they let you know some things are as bad as they seem, and then there is hope, though. There is some hope here. Okay? You can see, after talking it out with an objective source of financial advisor, you can see a way to grow from this situation. If you just already closed your mind to the idea that anything can happen, that anything can ever change, then you've cast a spell around it, and it will be the way you think it is. But if you can crack open and find that little bit of hope somewhere deeper inside of you, things can get better. Things can get better. Things can grow. The center of it all. Swords here. Especially if you have like a lot of air placements, Libra specifically for me, like your moon or your rising Libra season by the middle of the month, middle of September. You've decided to take the high road. You usually do. I mean, something inside of you wanted to make a big deal about it, but you see that it just causes you more mental anguish to, force the issue. I feel like you kind of say, like, forget it. Forget it all. Because once you have a new focus, you see this, she's got a new focus there, a new glimmer of hope. So yes, she's still got the same knowledge and wisdom, the same inklings from the beginning of the month, but you see how beneficial it is to focus on something else, to give herself a new focus, to open herself to receive instead of mentally blocking herself off of what she can't do and what she can't have. Raise your elevation, your vibration. Okay? Step outside, do something that you wouldn't normally do. If you want something that you never had, you have to do something that you never did. You've done this a million times with this thought process. Thousands, hundreds of times. You've considered cutting these people off and then didn't do it, and all this, mental anguish that you find yourself in, where you need to stay isolated from everyone. What can you do differently this time? Okay? What are you grateful for? You do have a solid foundation here. You do have a solid place to live. You do have a solid nest egg here. Maybe even someone you know does, and they can help you out a bit. They don't mind helping you out a bit. You got to be still. You got to be careful, because you see that little bird, is it a bird, a butterfly, whatever it is. If she starts wielding this sword, she'll chop the poor baby up. So be still, be grateful, listen, hear people out before you start cutting them off. Hear yourself out. Get some focus on something more positive, something more uplifting. Don't drag yourself down. Life is already hard enough. Don't make it even inside your mind is difficult and hard on yourself too. Once you find out this new plan, this glimmer of hope that comes, don't be tempted to pick at it and fall right back into that same pattern of the stuff that you used to do that got you in this position in the first place. I did say I was going to give so-and-so $50, and I know my sister needs a little, and my grandkids, I didn't get them nothing for their birthday, and this and that. No, the glimmer of hope is for you. They want you to uplift yourself. They want you to get some new clothes. They want you to wear white instead of black. You concerned about everybody else? Do you have a new winter coat? Shop for those things for yourself. Okay? You've got the devil. Hey, Jameson, how are you, sweetheart? Welcome home, Your Highness. I'm doing Scorpio's reading right now. You've got the devil here in reverse, subconsciously towards the end of the month, the middle of the month, around the 15th or so, just after the 15th. It feels like, you were really on the deep end, really thinking of the worst. And now I feel like after you start to love yourself, treat yourself a little better, the less defensive you'll have to be with others. Okay? And they'll see improvements in you, and they'll soften and you'll soften, and it'll be a good exchange after you take your focus off of things that are beneath you and behind you and start to look up. Make yourself pleasant for some of God's delights. Don't write yourself out the game. And again, don't fall back into the same trap. As soon as you get a little far ahead, you decide, oh, but I was supposed to give this and do that, and start thinking of all the reasons why you can't, why it doesn't make sense to do it, and this and that, all the obstacles. The more you think about them, I promise you, the more they appear. Most people are not really scared of failing. They're scared more of succeeding. What if you actually do it? What if you get it done and move on? What if this is a thing of the past 10 months from now? 9 months from now? You've slayed bigger dragons than this in the same amount of time. Look how many babies you had. How many school years you survived already. You can do this one too. You just have to change that inner conversation. Lighten up on yourself and give yourself a chance. Take a chance on yourself for a change. Last 10 days of September for you. You've got the Knight of Wands. He's in the upright, so it's a good look. You've got you know what type of relationship will work for you, and I feel like you've been not going after it, that's for sure. And you kind of convinced yourself, I don't want it. That's why I'm not going after it. I'm not ready. I can't. I have too many woes and too many worries, too many wounds. We all got battle scars. It's completely fine. We admire you for your nobility, for not wanting to involve yourself. But we all deserve something that makes us feel drive and passion, and you have to go out and get it. It starts from within. It's time to take a step. The weather's not too hot by this time. There's some things you've always wanted to see, places you've always wanted to go. Your new mind state is giving you a different outlook on your financial future. You've done something different now. You've gotten a good plan that doesn't all fall on old woes, old hurt. You got a new attitude. You got some new money coming in. Maybe you bet Maybe you invested, maybe you took a gamble, maybe you took a new job, or maybe you took a part-time, a side work. You submitted some grants, rights, and maybe it starts to pay out towards the end of the month, before like around the 23rd, 20th, the 23rd. You've got the Three of Swords here. It's in reverse, so that's good news. It feels like you come back in contact with someone who you hadn't been in contact with for a while. Towards the end of the month. You see, when you decide, like, I'm going out on my own and doing it my way, I'm headed out where I wanted to be, going to see things that I haven't saw you attract people back to you. They have things to share with you. You can trust them with this new attitude. You couldn't trust them with the way you were thinking before, what was in your mind, what was going on in your mind at the beginning of the month. You couldn't trust anybody with that. That's a lonely, isolated place. But once you got this new focus, this new idea, this new reason to go about looking at things different, a glimmer of hope, made a move, acted on it, it starts to pay you. Get this new job, this side job, this maybe even like a proctor, house sitting, watching people's pets for a change, or something. That's just something that you start doing. You take this action and it starts to pay you off towards the end of the month. And this attracts good karma for you financially. You made the right decision and it was effective. It shows you by the 23rd. It's like, oh, thank goodness I didn't stay in that dismal mind state for so long. Good thing I made that call. Took that side street home and saw that sign. I saw that sign and it changed everything. I declined that old way of thinking and it changed everything. That financial advisor that I talked about, that if you get to talk to them early before the 10th, these next couple of days, hopefully you get this message and they give you some kind of a warning. Here's what you're going to want to do about it. And you take that advice, it pays off so soon. So soon. Even if it doesn't necessarily, you don't see it going, but you see the new trend, you see the debt reduction, maybe it's a debt relief counselor. Could be that. Because I don't see any money here. I see a lot of swords though. A debt relief. Sheesh. Okay, and overall for the month though, you gotta live for you, baby, Scorpio. You gotta live for you. You can't live for everybody else. You know you need to start and maintain a healthy relationship first with yourself before you can do it with anybody else. Okay? overall this month. You get that. You see that. If you're not feeding yourself well, if you're not hydrating, you're not taking care of yourself in that way. And it's more than just surface level that you ate well or that you drink water today. Are you comfortable? Is there something that you feel like you have to hide from people? It's deep, too personal, too everything that nobody can even come and share a meal with you. You got to do everything by yourself in order to be happy. Are you really happy? The only way that you can share with people is physical, material things. The rest of you is screaming for more for yourself. Somebody might give you a gift towards the end of the month, around the 29th or so. It doesn't feel like a gift of money, though. For whatever reason, it feels like maybe a trip or, some tickets to go to a show, something like that. It does, takes you out, a nice dinner, gets you a massage, something of the sort. It doesn't feel financial gifts. It feels like something you'll have to actually share the time and the space with them. And they'll only want to do it once they see that you have come out of this dark mental place where you're worried about everything and everyone else except for yourself. Your vice is the 6 of Cups. How can you beautify your world more? It starts with what you think of your world, what you say about your world. Those are spells, what you're thinking, what you're saying, it spells. Don't even joke that it's crap or it's no good or you're a bum or you're worthless, or don't even ever talk like that, because that shit starts to come true pronto. Nobody's going to disagree with you. Don't even joke about it. I want you to think back to a time when you were, before all of these thoughts, all of this imprisoning thoughts and everything, how you felt back then. Who were you around then when you felt like you could take over the world, you could change the world, you could do anything and everything? Remember those sweet times. Look at the real. There is benefit, there is relief, there is charity, there is supplement to help you out of this bind, to help you get this plan. There is support out there. You just have to open your eyes and see it, to see the signs, to ask for help. Do some research. Because sometimes when you just simplify it, Scorpio, like they say, just Google it. Whatever your situation is. And grant at the end, loan at the end, support at the end. I can't sleep, support. I can't sleep, help. start to look for an advisor, someone to help you come up with a plan, okay? Well, I hope this is helpful for you, Scorpio. I'll see you next month, okay? Don't forget to hit like, share, subscribe, comment. Okay.